Hello, everybody. I'm very excited to be here today. And I'm excited not just because of the great topic and topics that we have today, AI and AGI, LLMs, and so on. But I'm also excited, actually more excited about the fact that we have a great audience. We have those students, alumni, what I call the fresh blood that are so needed in our companies to really shape and revamp the technologies that we have today. And by the way, TIAA is hiring. If you're interested, please look into these jobs. And also provide extremely good internships as well. But also I'm excited about the professors that are here today in the audience. These are the ones that are creating the education materials and shaping the way the students are learning so they can actually support the future of technologies. And last, but not least, I'm very excited about the entrepreneurs, the forward thinkers and the people that actually are today building startups. They will become the disruptors and the large technologies of the future, the ones that will create the next ChatGPT and the ones that will advance towards the AGI. Now, I was thinking, my colleague took all the slides. I have no slides. But I was thinking, what can I bring something unique today to bring to you? And I couldn't find anything more unique than actually my own perspective of AI, and saw through my experience as an AI practitioner. And I wanted to highlight some of the ideas or focus on the status of AI from my lenses, as well as what is, in my mind, important to take care of in the future, considering the journey through to AGI. So my journey started about 23 years ago when I finished the grad school with statistics and computer science background. And I was so excited to go. My first job was a statistician with the state of Arizona government. And I remember I was hired to build statistical models to help the law enforcement to identify patterns in the criminals' behaviors, because Arizona was #1 state for stolen vehicles. Every 9 minutes a vehicle was stolen. And I was so lucky because I was put in a position to make use of my background, and in less than 5 years, it worked. Arizona moved to #5. The vehicle rate actually decreased significantly, vehicle theft rate. And I thought to myself, well, my car is safe. It's time for me to move on. And I moved in Bank of America. I was lucky, actually, to enjoy and be in a company of so many great engineers. And one of the places I enjoy the most is Bank of America, where, remember, 2007, 2008, there was the financial disruption, the crash of the markets, where a lot of acquisitions happened. And I was hired to use quantitative analytics to actually identify, on the technology side, the gaps in the data reporting, because at that time, the reporting suffered significant errors. And again, I was using my energy, my enthusiasm to build solutions that really made Bank of America a more stable, from a reporting perspective, company, and really help us to show good numbers to the public and to the government entities. And the biggest shift in my career happened when I moved to American Express. As a data scientist, one of the 2,300 data scientists, we are all focusing in silo and using the famous logistic regression to figure out the customers and break them down in classes and looking at their behaviors and figure out which should qualify or not qualify. And I recognize in my journey that actually it's a big opportunity for scaling these data science models and using them not just for customers classification, but also for error rates and for any problems with technology. So I use this to apply them into the resource availability and so on. And then I shifted from data science into the ML engineering and building the first model development life cycles and making the data science and ML easier part of the technologies overall. And that was just the beginning of an exciting journey in the data science and the AI space by looking into leveraging natural language processing to making our customers happier in the way they interact with our representatives. As you know, maybe already, if you're an American Express cardholder, you can contact American Express by Twitter, by email, by Facebook, you name it. And all of these channels, with the help of NLP, now we were able to extract the content of the discussion, conversation, and merge them in summarization, summarize them for the next representative, so they will know if you encounter the same problem as a customer, you reach out to them to any channels, including calling them, they will know exactly what was discussed. Even more, we proactively prepare them with a welcome message and also the next steps. Well, we took it also to the next level. When it comes to the customer experience, we hyper-personalize our algorithms to make sure that we understand what the customer do, and more importantly, we understand what the customer wants, so we can personalize the experience. If they want to plan a trip, we know ahead of the time by leveraging forecasting and all kind of NLP solutions to pretty much enable the customer to benefit from our rewards and from our services and practices. And last but not least, I moved to the nationwide industry. I'm talking about my experience into the banking industry and financial services industry. I moved to nationwide insurance. And here, I was able, together with a team of specialized engineers as well as practitioners in the insurance field, to look at the Internet of Things and look into the domain to generate more revenue, which is the tracking industry, which is a big insurer. And this is another way to look into telematics and use intelligence to identify ways to recreate the insurance for this domain. And this is a great source of generating revenue for a company in insurance space. Well, the next step for me was a McKinsey & Company. And I was very proud to be the first distinguished engineer for AI for McKinsey & Company. And I was also the global head of AI for McKinsey for 2 years. And this was the time when actually everything took to the next level. My role in the company was to lead a team of senior principal engineers in AI and build reusable, repeatable components that really enabled our partners to quickly take those models and deliver them directly in production to our clients. So my role in McKinsey was significant, not just from the importance of this domain, which is it's growing in virtually any area, but also the ability to provide immediate services to our partners. What I've learned through all this year, especially in the beginning of my journey, is that I was so excited, and I've seen the power that it was given through the AI and through this algorithm, which gives value, new better ROIs, and better communication, collaboration, and support for our clients. But what it really stand out was the fact that some people were opposing. That's what I felt, opposing me, like all the compliance and risk and security. Why are they stopping me? Why are they trying to delay my success implementations? So what I learned in time is that actually they are actually right. You know, my models were not already perfect. My models were not always fair. My models were not always performing well. So I started to learn and to listen to them and educate myself, and then provide awareness to them and start collaborating with them. And that's what I learned, that actually this is an amazing collaboration. But also with the ChatGPT, which by the way, at TIAA we make full use of it, and we are trying to create more visibility into how we help customers to identify specific services that will make their retirement more affordable and better planned. And what I wanted to say is that this ChatGPT and the LLM impact generated a different level of debate. And I can see now that this debate is happening in the public space, it's happening in the communities, and I can distinguish 3 areas. One, the AGI supporters, which are the engineers that are building and they believe that AGI is the future, they create a better place. The AGIs, people that are a little bit concerned about, like from an ethics perspective, from fairness, from policy regulation. Of course, the last group is the AGI doomers, the one that believe that actually AGI, whenever it's achieved, it is going to destroy the humanity. Now, this is something of concern to me, so that's why I raised this. 1 minute. I raised this discussed with my friends and colleagues, and someone came up with this story of 2 blind men and an elephant. They actually they had the time to touch the elephant and figure out, and they discussed later what exactly they describe about the elephant. And they figured out that their discussion pointed out that they have totally different opinions, a totally different description about the elephant. And they also realized that potentially the other person is dishonest. And the moral of this story is that actually both of the blind men that actually touched and tried to figure out what the elephant looked like, they were right. but they had their limitations on perspective, on knowledge, understanding. That the same thing happens here in this kind of debate. I know my time is up, so I want to leave you with something. What can we all, students, professors, and of course, entrepreneurs, can do together with the enterprise AI practitioners on a day-to-day basis to make something that's maybe sometimes in the future, instead of having 3 voices, we can actually speak on one single voice. Thank you.